It's time for the winners match here, and we're going to see who's going to be the first to get out of Group B here in the round of 32 in the GSL Code S.
That is exactly what's occurring, Tasteless. Thank you for filling everyone in. It is now time.
It's time.
Who does it? Is it Trap or is it Reality? Trap just showed some pretty good PvT.
Yeah, he really did.
Reality is like a different breed of Terran than Keen is.
Yeah, Reality is like this superhuman Terran, but with nothing that is, it's not like one spectacular trait. He's just like a mechanical genius. He cranks out his army. He doesn't have any real holes. You know?
Reality is
he's like a mini Flash.
A modern day war general. Keen is a bandit on a horse with 2 curved swords.
Ooh.
That's exactly it.
That's
Bam,
exactly
done.
it. Wow.
You don't even have to watch anymore. I just explain those two
Artos
players
is more like our poet over here.
Our poet?
Our poet.
That's it.
Trap and Reality. Great last series, by the way. Actually, every game we've had today has been really quite impressive. Game 1, you know, maybe not as good as the rest of them, but overall, an amazing set of games.
It's
here.
a very good day so far.
We're going to go onto the map.
As a Klingon would say, Tasteless, it is a good day to die.
We are going to go onto the map Derelict Watcher and see how these two guys play on it. Well, you know what the word derelict means?
Derelict? Yeah, it's like, it's a negative, like a derelict. That's like someone...
Derelict is someone who has no job or house, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I know the connotation, but not... I can't actually say the meaning. I can use it in sentences, though.
We're going to go to this match now between Trap and Reality and see which one's the first to escape in Group B here at the GSL Code S at GOMTV.net. Over here in the bottom left starting location, we have
STXO Trap.
We actually have a pretty big audience today. It actually really filled in after we started.
And over here in the upper right, we've got our Terran player. In the blue, he is
Samsung-kan Reality.
We're going to see which one of these guys is going to be derelict on this map in a little bit here.
It's probably the Protoss.
All right, we got some support here for Reality.
And for Samsung losing Zhongli, it's a sad
That is sad.
Don't worry, they have Roro. He's the true ace nowadays. Even though he didn't quite do very well recently. But you know what? This map can be pretty difficult PvT, I would say, Tasteless. The main is really big, very droppable.
Yep.
Third base is kind of far away.
Terran gets a really good surround on you in the middle here.
It's easy to drop in the third as well. And taking the fourth base is it can be difficult. It can be really hard. So could be a hard one for Trap. And in fact, I wouldn't really blame him if he went for maybe some sort of 2-base play. But we'll see. He showed that he can be quite good, even in a crazy circumstance like last game.
Yeah, it's cross spots here. And I think between these two, we will probably not have any cheeses, I think, for this series.
Okay. Well, we will see about that. I think certainly for Reality. Reality wants to play a standard, normal
He's like a standard Starcraft 1 Terran.
Yeah. That's actually
like
exactly
8 years into the game. Yeah.
Actually, you nailed it. But, you know, Reality also just very good at that type of play as well, so do expect it as such. Now, the SCV saw the Zealot coming, and there is a second Zealot coming as well, so quite a bit of pressure coming out for Trap, but not all in or anything like that. Slows down his Nexus, but as long as he can slow down his opponent, it can work out.
So we'll see how Reality controls his army, or lack thereof. His few Marines against this Zealot that's headed up here now. Probe's going to try to get a few extra hits off here on these SCVs, see if the Zealot can then kill them with a few less swipes.
Yeah, if you can make a Zealot this early and kill like an SCV and a Marine or something like that, it's pretty worthwhile.
All right, looks like the SCV is now going to maneuver around there and avoid contact with the Zealot. Now the Marine can kite this. And that should be the end of the harass here from Trap.
Yeah.
He's going to go ahead and just head back home. The bunker's going to be planted on the high ground next to this ramp here to secure Reality's expansion.
Well, without any doubt, he at least cost some mining time, and yeah, bunker does have to go up. He's a little bit nervous about it, kind of scouting around the sides, and Trap going right into that forge that he likes so much.
Yeah, and I actually love this build from Trap. It feels so safe, especially against something like what Reality's doing, which is very passive play.
How many?
All right, we just had my monitor fall. Let's see if I get this thing prop back up here.
Well,
we're having a hard time today.
We're having a
lot of stuff
today. That is an understatement, Tasteless.
Yes.
Things have gone wrong today at the GSL.
Yes. All right, so the mothership is just going to come out here and try to apply a little bit of pressure. That's going to put, again, Reality in a little bit more of a defensive posture. And the Robobase following this up. He'll tech the Colossi from here.
Bit of scouting as well. Reality's actually grabbing a single Reaper right now, and this is the type of Reaper I really like. A little bit later, you're not going to get that much information early, but if he can sneak this Reaper around and jump it into the main base, just even one time, it's very much worth it to make one and just see what tech exactly are you going for, because you can check things such as by the time the Reaper gets over there, he'll be able to check the gas of the natural and know what tech path is most likely, and maybe get in the main base and actually see the tech path to reaffirm it.
Yeah, I gotta say, much better than the build that we saw, for instance, from Keen in that last game.
Yeah. 5 Reapers
are scratching our heads at that.
Some Terrans like that type of play.
I think what happens is
I think it sucks.
In practice, I think probably play against people that are more risky.
Yeah, maybe.
And then they're like, aha!
Yeah.
You can't do that because I get 5 Reapers. But the problem is, if the Protoss plays safe, then you're just stuck with these units that you can't really use later on.
You know, maybe if it doesn't get scouted, he's been playing against people. You know, if Trap had gone for like single Stalker, double Sentry, something like that, the Reapers would have done well, or much better at least. But that type of build, just almost nothing they can do. By the way, this is a very fast third Nexus with this build.
This could be a little bit risky. It'll depend a lot on if Reality is willing to move out.
Well, Reality is going for 5 Raxes before his third command center, which means no matter what, he's putting on a lot of pressure. So he will be attacking, no doubt about it. Can Trap hold? This is all going to really come down to that. How well does Reality execute these attacks, and how well does Trap defend?
Trap may have to ditch the third base.
That's a possibility. There is a strong possibility that Reality will be able to kill that, or perhaps there's a drop in the main base that kills a lot of stuff.
Yep. Or he tries to walk towards the third, and Trap goes to the third to defend, and then Reality pulls a Keen and stims and runs into the second.
Yeah. Guns
the Nexus and runs up the ramp, something like that.
It's very true. So, you know, Reality choosing a more aggressive opener. I like that he's doing this, and I feel like it's going to pair up well against what Trap is doing. I'm not sure that Trap is going to be able to hold this correctly. Thing is, he can't lose, like, for instance, this early group. If this were to get slaughtered, then Trap has basically won the game, because he's going to get way ahead.
All right, the Reaper now just doing a little bit of harass here, and he's going to go ahead and get out. And that is the function of that Reaper there is to survey the positioning of the Protoss' army before he engages, while still getting his mules dropped.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, Tasis. This is going to be very hard here. Now, let's not forget, there's no blink. Yeah. This is just Stalker, Zealot, Sentry, Colossus. There's no Thermal Lance. In fact, he's getting charged, and I'm not too surprised to see that, because he's going to get aggressive. If he holds this, his counterattack is probably going to be a game ender.
Yeah.
So, or at least a...
Stimming!
Ooh, and that's nice surface area.
Up the ramp? Okay, now that was really smart for him to not go any further. Yeah. And now, look, it's exactly what I'm talking about. He can just outmaneuver him, and this Nexus is gone.
Yeah, the 5 barracks play doing a great job, and in fact, you know, with those medevacs, with this amount of units, he is just going to crush this Colossus.
Nice surround here, trap. That's it. I mean, you know, honestly, you can't really do that.
You can't. You nailed it.
You just don't do that. Like,
that was so greedy what he did. If
like you could,
reality had gone
Forge and Robo and a third Nexus. Was he gonna get like a Stargate and a fleet beacon with that too, so that there's like no way he can balance any of this stuff? Like,
you know, that if he had scouted a third command center, he may have been able to do that. But did he scout a third command center? No, he didn't scout it because it didn't even exist.
Yeah, it wasn't there. I suppose if he would have hidden the Nexus or something and want to take like a real gamble, like I hope he doesn't check for this at all. But even then, nowadays it's not even as effective anymore against Terran because there was medevac dropping, so they end up flying over a hidden base anyways. So I don't know.
Yeah. You know, if he catches Reality, like going 3 racks into third command, which is actually much more common than the build that Reality did.
Yeah.
Then he pairs up okay.
Yeah.
You know, then he has a decent chance of holding everything off. But it was almost like a coin flip. Trap's like, well, I don't see a third command, but I'm going to do this build anyways.
Yeah, he might have not wanted to. I don't remember back in that game. Did his observer get there before he made the third? Because I think his third was underway.
I think his third was actually
before the observer got there. So he might have been like, well, if I don't make it now, I'm going to be behind. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's kind of Trap for you. He's not actually a reactive player. This is a player that likes to attack. He's very decisive.
Yeah, he wants to have the initiative.
Yeah.
And you got to play by his rules. And then Reality was like, that's fine. And he comes out and kills him.
Those are his strengths, but it's also his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Reality's build, really nothing wrong with the way he played that game whatsoever, because you can just kind of do that build anyways. Now, this map would be better for what Trap did there, but still something that can be risky. It's just there's smaller choke points to try to attack into.
Well, we'll see what exactly Trap has in store for us. We already saw a fantastic game from Reality on this map. So Reality very well could be the first guy to pop out of this group. We'll see, though. Crazier things have happened here at the GSL Codas. And it looks like that map is now lit up. So we're going to go into this game, game number 2 here of the winner's set.